Okay, my name is Dylan Casso. This is week 3, assignment 1. I'm going to go ahead and read the situation real quick and I'll get right into the questions. So, situation, it's 10 o'clock on a Sunday when you arrive at a convenience store to get a cup of coffee. You pay attention to officer safety considerations and drive up from an angle that allows you to see the parking lot and inside the store. You take a few seconds to look around, don't see anything suspicious, and you decide to park. You call dispatch to advise them you will be checked out at the store for a few minutes. You park on the blind side of the building and get out of your patrol car. As you approach the store's entrance, you realize the clerk is being robbed at gunpoint. As far as you can tell, no one else is in the store. You also know that there are 2 people getting gas at the pumps and there are no other people around. Question 1. Do you have a clear picture of the situation thus far? From what I have been given with the information, I am seeing a person being robbed at gunpoint inside the convenience store, the clerk. I don't know who else is in there. So situationally, I think there's a clear picture of what's going on at the moment. Number 2, what are your priorities? I want to defuse the situation, but I also have to think of my safety and other people's safety at the same time. So I would want to get everyone else that's in the immediate area out. 2 people at the gas pumps, they need to leave. Let them know something's going on inside. Number 3, how do you plan for now and yet consider what might happen later? I would call dispatch, inform them what's going on, what I'm seeing, witnessing, and ask for assistance. I don't want to just go barging in there in the now moment. It can make the situation worse. The suspect could open fire on me or the clerk. He could take me hostage. He could take, it depends. There's a lot of different things there. But if you call for backup, you can help your situation that you're currently involved in. It could take time for them to get there, and it could also hinder the clerk's time of safety that he still has. The suspect may decide he can't wait anymore. The clerk's not listening. He might shoot him. It just depends on the situation. Number 4, do you set up to rush in or wait until the suspect comes out? If I were to rush in, I have a chance to save the clerk. But at the same time, like I said in the previous question, it could startle the suspect. He could open fire. He could open fire on me. He could take me hostage. It all just depends on the situation, but rushing in could make the situation worse than it already is. If I wait, calling in for backup, if I wait, I have a better chance of keeping myself safe. I have a better chance of keeping the situation not de-escalating it yet, but it's not getting any worse at the moment. And sometimes going in really quick like that could make it worse. So I would hold tight. I would definitely call for backup and assess the situation a little bit more. Response consideration number 1. How do you secure the parking lot? The 2 people getting gas, like I said, I get the attention of them. I need them to leave, and at that point, until other backup arrives, just get myself in a spot that kind of gives me cover, but I can still view what's going on inside the convenience store. Number 2, what information are you going to give to dispatch? I'm witnessing an armed robbery in progress, requesting backup at the location, address of where I am. I didn't get that information with the summary up top. 1 suspect, holding clerk at gunpoint. Number 3, what instructions are you going to give your backup? Once my backup arrives, depending on how many officers do arrive, try to set up a perimeter around the convenience store. That way there may not be an exit strategy for the suspect should he decide to run. Once the perimeter is set up, there might be more cause to move in and kind of start communicating with the suspect. So that'll go up to number 4. How will you set up on the suspect? At this point, I'm gonna start communicating with him, letting him know that police are outside. We need you to come outside. put the gun down. Simple commands that he can hear or she can hear that will try to diffuse the situation but not escalate at the same time. Post-response considerations. Number one, what are your priorities now that the suspect is secured? So I'm assuming that the suspect is secured and no harm has been done. I'm going to take the next steps. I'm going to make sure the scene is safe. The clerk was being robbed at gunpoint. I'm going to make sure that the clerk is okay. We'll get some medical attention advised just in case. He might be startled. It's a very intense situation. He could have anxiety. He could have PTSD from past events in his life. We don't know. We need to make sure he's okay. And also, while we're checking on the clerk, myself personally, I would feel that we need to clear the convenience store just in case there was any other people in there. They have back storage rooms. They have bathrooms. They have corners of aisles where people may have hidden. You don't know. Probably like a couple officers go through the store and just quick sweep, make sure everyone's out or everything is safe, and then I would probably close down the store because it is essentially a crime scene now for what the crime is taking place for. Number two, what needs to be done as far as the crime scene? Physical evidence can be minimal with armed robberies, but there still can be evidence that you can find. It just depends on the severity. Convenience stores are notorious for having surveillance. Surveillance tapes will definitely be essential with helping out an investigation. We could find out what happened before it escalated to an armed robbery. We could find out it could have just been completely random. It was a staged attempt. Guy walks right in and just starts robbing the place at gunpoint. So surveillance tape definitely a must. And number three, what do you need to shore up the case? You need to gather whatever evidence you have. You need to make reports. You need to, if the clerk is okay, you need to interview the clerk and find out exactly what was going on. Best way he can remember. If there were witnesses, if the two people that were getting gas, if they did see a little bit of something that was going on, but then did not see the gun get drawn out. Maybe there was an altercation. Maybe there was an argument. And then they just stopped paying attention and got their gas and was about to be on their way when things got a little heated. So gather your evidence. Shoring up the case, from what I learned, is being able to support it. So you need to get as much information as you can so this investigation can be solved and be solved properly. And yeah, so that wraps up the questions that were there. Hopefully I did decent on this. It's a little weird trying to record a paper, but hopefully it's not too bad.